On behalf of our director, I welcome all of you for this function to Dr. K.N. Raju, who left us on 30th April 2021. We shall start the function by floral tribute to Dr. K.N. Raju. Now may I request Director NAL to start the floral tribute, please. I request the family also. Thank you all. We have made a small 5-minute video showcasing the achievements of Dr. K.N. Raju and his contribution to both NAL as well as India and also at international levels. We shall play this now, and the same book will be released.
As K.N. Raju was born on 27th April 1936. He graduated in civil engineering, obtained his master's and doctorate from Indian Institute of Science. Dr. Raju joined NAL as Senior Technical Assistant in 1960 and rose to the level of an outstanding scientist by 1990. He assumed the office as Director NAL in 1994 and superannuated in 1996. He spent his entire professional career at CSIR NAL, Bangalore. Dr. Raju was an expert and a walking encyclopedia on the subject of fatigue and fracture mechanics. He had a deep understanding of what are now pursued as independent directions of research. He initiated the first formal course in India on fracture mechanics at IISc. He was a passionate teacher and was the first visiting faculty at IISc to teach the course. NAL groups led by Dr. Raju and IISc worked together and produced outstanding research. Dr. Raju visited NASA Langley in the early 1960s. It was the beginning of experimental and computational work in fatigue and fracture in India. Dr. Raju, as chairman of a committee, set the procedures for fracture mechanics-based design for pressurized structural components, which was adopted by many Indian flight vehicle designs. He was instrumental in organizing the International Conference on Fracture in 1984. As a General Secretary of the conference, he conducted it in a glorious way at New Delhi with 800 participants from all over the world. It marked the beginning of high international recognition for India's research on fracture. Dr. Raju also instrumentally involved in building the world-class full-scale fatigue test facility at NAL. This was a unique national test facility built to experimentally evaluate the fatigue life of airframes and also for life extension studies. Indian Air Force was immensely benefited by this. Yet another major achievement of Dr. Raju was the design and fabrication of LCA composite wing. At a time when there was serious doubt if composite wings could be developed in India, he took the responsibility and guided hundreds of engineers in design, development, fabrication, assembly, and testing of the composite wing. He accomplished the task well in time for aircraft rollout and subsequent flight testing. Even after his retirement, he closely worked with NAL on both Hansa and Saras projects. He implemented damage tolerance design in Saras aircraft. He used a novel technique of creep forming for wings. Dr. Raju visited several countries and promoted international collaborations during his tenure at NAL. Dr. Raju was a popular director and an outstanding aerospace engineer. He was never conscious of rank and seniority. He would mix with people of all age groups and specializations and ensure teamwork and work completion. Quote by Dr. R.A. Mishilkar, DGCSAR, during Dr. Raju's farewell goes as follows. You have built NAL solidly and imaginatively on the platform created by your predecessors and qualitatively and quantitatively changed the visage of NAL. Dr. Raju has left behind his wife and 3 children. One of his sons, Dr. K. Suresh Raju, is currently a faculty in the Department of Aerospace Engineering in Wichita, Kansas, USA, and he retains aerospace interest in the family. Dr. Raju was so gentle, friendly, considerate for his juniors, and highly knowledgeable. We miss him and pray for his soul to rest in peace. Our condolences to his family, and we pray that they gather enough strength to bear this loss.
I request the director to release the book, please. Thank you, sir. Now I request a few of his colleagues and friends who spent a lot of significant amount of time, professional time along with Dr. K.N. Raju. First, I'll request Professor Dattaguru, who spent more than 40 years in association with Dr. K.N. Raju, to speak a few words, please.
Thank you. So, dear friends, it is very interesting when I recall in the past 1 or 2 weeks. I knew first Dr. Raju in 1960. He was a student of a master's in aerospace engineering.
I think some sound is required.
at the time in aeronautics, maybe I should go more closer. He was actually master student in aerospace, or at the time called actually aeronautics. I was actually bachelor student at institute. I tell you, we had a lot of respect for those who were actually graduating from the aeronautics. Aeronautics was a very tough department and failing many students and setting very high standard. Everybody is scared. So I can see that as a BE student, I had tremendous respect to him. One day I happened to play actual table tennis also with him. Well, anyway, that is about the student days. Afterwards, he joined NIL, which was very close to the cantonment station at the time, in the Maharaja's buildings. And so we used to usually go on a two-wheeler and let you meet him and Sir Somsek, and we became friends with S.C. Sitaram, S.M. Naik, many of them were there at the time. It was something like very exciting actually, early days at the time to become very close to NIL. For us, as students at ISC, it was a great thing for us. Anyway, after that, once I finished my PhD, I was wondering actually which way to go. So I was looking at the fracture mechanics and the wave mechanics. Then I think our inspiration has come from Dr. Raju, who went to NASA and came back, and then he used to speak about on the area of the fatigue and fracture. So I jumped into the computational methods. At the time, we didn't have many failures. We didn't have many facilities at the ISC. And as later, we became actually more close once we started on the full-scale fatigue test machine. So it was, we all have really at the time felt, he single-handedly almost built, that's what it looked like. The whole actually full-scale fatigue test at that time. So they had a good support from actually Dr. Valluri at that time. Later happened that I and M.B.B. Murthy, we have got to the in NASA Langley, we used, some of them used to remember Dr. Raju, who came in the early 60s. We went something like actually early 80s or something. But some of them still were there at that time, they were remembering Dr. Raju, even the head of the group, Dr. Davidson. So they all used to remember him so well, and fondly they used to remember him. Well, there are actually several things which I can actually go on, but then I thought I'd cut it short because of time. There were actually several days of collaboration between us and the NIL, also with Dr. Raju and Dr. Sundar, both, and also his colleagues, but Raghu Prakash and others were also very closely. There were actually PhDs actually done, together. One is actually Dr. Brahma, who had to join NIL later. He was a joint student. There were several issues which went, including the first course he has actually delivered at ISC on the fracture mechanics. So many people, if you still remember, they asked me, how is that Raju doing at the time? Because they all have taken the first course on the fracture mechanics from Dr. Raju. Any workshop which we had on the fracture mechanics. We had several workshops at that time. We were a very happy participant, and he was actually very well respected in that. Already I spoke about the pressure vessel design and also LCF wing, we all have actually participated, and several others. Dr. Raju, once he calls me at 8 o'clock, everybody says, oh, our dinner will be delayed by 1 hour. We used to start speaking. It was so good at the time. He's really excited to remember all those earlier days. He is the one who taught us that safety is the main thing. When he used to do actual finite elements and then say, oh, we're working in the fracture mechanics, he said, the finite element methods is only the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot more in the fracture mechanics to understand and do. And finally, the safety ultimately, that's what is the main thing. Well, we actually miss our guru. I will consider him as my guru for actual fracture mechanics. And I really respect him for all the things he has actually given me in terms of the technical feedback and all that. I know their actual family very well. Actually, Mrs. Raju, I have taken her hospitality so many times. Whenever I go to his house, at least I used to visit actually 2-3 times in a year over the period. I know he is a son in Wichita, Suresh Raju. All his family members are excellent artists. He himself, he used to write all the transparencies himself, beautiful transparencies he used to write. That is fantastic. I remember that. And of course, they all came from actually Mr. K.K. Raju, who has art gallery in Mysore. They make this one. And all his family members are excellent artists. When I go to their house, they show me actually a lot of things. I really, my association was fantastic, right? I respected him as my guru, who had taught me many things. I really miss him. My actual condolences to the family, and I'm sure they will actually get over their loss.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Kota Harinarayana, who has joined us online, to speak a few words about Dr. Raju, please.
He was a very towering personality in the field of aviation in India for the last 5 decades, and undisputed leader and guru in the field of the fatigue and fracture, and he guided generations of engineers. He established world-class facilities, and I think almost all the fighter aircraft in Indian Air Force were tested in his facilities. And I was deeply involved with him when we were testing the MiG-21 aircraft airframe. And from then on, our association continued. But I think it was when he was the program director for the LCA composite wing, we could see his talent, his abilities of managing people, of hundreds of engineers working in the field of design, in the analysis, in the manufacturing, testing, and he could do the whole lot of work smoothly, never worried about rank or seniority or anything. He was on the desk of any place where there was a problem. And he was able to handle the job well in time at much lower cost, and really made the country proud of the work that has been done by and his team. And we really feel that his contribution will be remembered for years to come in the country, and we salute him for what he has done to the country in the field of aviation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, Dr. T.S. Prahlad, a former director NAL, is currently in US, and he has sent a message. I'll read out that message. Dr. K.N. Raju, a highly distinguished scientist and a former director of CSIR NAL, left us on 30th April 2021. He was associated with NAL's activities for a long time, right from the design and establishment of 4-feet trisonic wind tunnel initiated by Dr. Neelkantan, the founder director of NAL. Dr. Raju was a nationally and internationally acclaimed leader in the area of structural integrity. He, with his colleagues, established in NAL a multi-actuator electro-hydraulic computer-controlled full-scale fatigue test facility for testing of fighter aircraft, which has been used for the life extension studies of Ajit and MiG aircraft, as required by the Indian Air Force. He nurtured the structures division of NAL and built up its capabilities in design, analysis, and testing of metallic and composite structures. Perhaps the most outstanding contribution of Dr. Raju to Indian aeronautics is the leadership he provided to the multi-organizational national team on design and realization of carbon composite wing for India's light combat aircraft Tejas. In a sense, providing the wings for LCA to fly. It is quite remarkable that he did this mostly when shouldering the responsibility of the directorship of NAL, a testament to his hard work and sense of commitment to the responsibility he had accepted. Dr. Raju's contribution to the civil aircraft projects of NAL Hansa and Saras is also very noteworthy. Hansa took to the skies during his time, and he ably nurtured Saras, trying his best to get the required funding while proceeding ahead with the design, using the expertise of retired designers of HAL. He created a Center for Civil Aircraft Design and Development, CCAD, to focus better on the aircraft design and development activities of NAL. Even after his retirement from NAL and after the successful completion of LCA composite wing development, he associated himself with CCAT in several design activities of SARAS, like its fatigue life under various conditions. This in spite of his failing health and other personal problems. Thus, Dr. Raju was a fully integrated scientist and leader of CSR NAL. As a person, he was gentle, humorous, friendly, and very helpful. In his demise, we have lost a towering personality of Indian aeronautics. Now, may I request Dr. A.R. Upadhyay, our former director NAL, please. May I request Shri Shyam Chetty, former director NAL, to talk about Dr. Raju, please.
At the outset, I must confess that my interactions with Dr. Raju was rather limited, especially before he became the director. Other senior colleagues have already spoken so highly of his seminal contributions and unique skills he possessed in the area of fracture mechanics and fatigue. I was blissfully unaware of his technical work, lost in my own world of LCA control law design and development. But later, there are few instances that I would like to share, which clearly brings out his humility, extremely helpful nature, and the friendly person he was. Between 1993 and 1995, I had to frequently travel to US and UK to participate in the ground-based and in-flight simulation experiments, which we had set up for testing of the LCA fly-by-wire flight control laws and exposing the flight test crew for its handling qualities. Deputing mid-level scientists abroad in those days for long durations at short notice was unheard of in the CSIR system, and getting the clearance to travel and the associated foreign exchange was truly a Herculean task. There are at least 3 or 4 instances I can recollect when I would land up in his office after office hours, along with my suitcase, as the clearance packs for CSIR was yet to arrive. And he would personally, in spite of his busy schedule and other work, try and get it through by telephoning the JS at CSIR headquarters and at least get an interim order issued. And since I was very agitated and tense in those occasions, he would divert my attention by discussing other things about the control law development and the thing. And this clearly brought out the humility and the simple person that he was. Jocularly, many a times, he would tease me saying, "What's so complex about driving 3 electro-hydraulic actuators on LCA based on commands from the pilot stick and pedals, when as early as 1980, his team had digitally controlled 24 electro-hydraulic actuators on the full-scale fatigue test rig." I'm sure he very well knew the difference between the two and was just pulling my leg. In comparison to the other directors, I found it very much easier to approach him when needed, as his office door would always be open, especially after normal working hours. He was a person who sincerely believed in simple living and high thinking and led by example. In his demise, NAL and the aeronautical community has lost another stalwart, and I join others in paying my respectful obeisance to his departed soul. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Dr. Girish Deodar, Director ADA, and Dr. Vijay Raju later, please.
Professional interaction with Dr. Raju, but I was very lucky. Early in the 90s, I was on this campus as part of the National Control Law team, and he was heading the National Wing team. And incidentally, the head of the Control Law team was Dr. Srinath Kumar, was a great friend of Dr. Raju. And they used to meet very often. And at that time, I had a chance of interacting with Dr. Raju. And it's very aptly written here, NAL's humble leader. Certainly, he was the most humble leader I've met. In spite of being the leader of this wing team, he used to interact with youngsters like us and give us an insight into what work was going on. And today, I feel we say LCA is a success, but the wings on which LCA flies are due to Dr. Raju. I think this is what we should not forget. And in fact, all the future aircraft that the country makes will all be because of this work done by Dr. Raju. So we really bow our heads to this great man who has contributed for this country and the national programs. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request some of his colleagues at SID who spent significant amount of work, professional time along with Dr. Raju.
Dear Raju and members of Dr. Raju's family and all my colleagues, I'm happy to be here with you on this special occasion to pay tribute to Dr. Raju. Even though Dr. Raju and I belong to the same discipline of aircraft structures, we worked in different areas, quite different areas. So we didn't really have a lot of professional interaction as part of our daily work. Hello. But I got to know him personally very well through many interactions. As I mentioned earlier on some other occasion, my first interaction with him was in a very informal way in the Structures Division T Club of NAL, even though he belonged to a different division which actually branched off from Structures Division. He made it a point to come to the Structures Division Tea Club every day morning for the tea and again in the afternoon. Because all his friends, Dr. B.R. Somshekhar, Mr. Ningaya, Dr. M.V.V. Murthy, Mr. Shah, and many others, they were actually very good friends, more than colleagues, actually, and we used to spend a lot of time in the tea club. And it was really fun for youngsters like me who had just joined to watch them, my seniors, interacting with each other. There used to be a lot of banter, pulling legs between them, and invariably it used to be the Dr. Raju who used to end up, the butt of all those, mainly because he was very tolerant and he had a good sense of humor, and really he was that facet of his personality. But I saw it many times that he's very kind and tolerant. But at the same time, if you talk to him about some subject, he would become so serious and then spend time with you. Even if it is not his area of work, he would go into details, asking you questions, trying to understand and assimilate what you are saying and trying to follow, so that he could also contribute to what you are doing. I think that is a great quality. Because when he became director, I was already in ADA. I was part of ADA, but we got an opportunity to interact together when we became the program director of the Sea-Wing program, and carbon fiber wing, as mentioned by my colleagues earlier. And I was at that time, and I was part of the Sea-Wing mainly from loads and aeroelasticity point of view. I was contributing towards that. And initially, when he became the program director, and as expected, he was an outsider because he came from NAL, and most of the people working in that program were from ADA and HAL. But as is natural with Dr. Raju, very soon he won over all of them by his humility, by his generosity, by very unassuming attitude, get down to talking to anybody. One thing about him is that he never called people to his desk to discuss anything. He would go to them, whatever the level, whether a scientist or a director, he would go to their table and talk to them. I think that was really a great quality which you don't see very often. And he really tied up people to him very closely. It brought them very close to him, and that's what I saw in the Sea-Wing program. Very soon, he was very friendly with all the group leaders of the Sea-Wing program. There were so many of them, and he worked with them. And of course, it was a big program, it was a difficult program. There were very tight schedules, and I'm sure that there was a lot of pressure on him. And I know that there were times when he used to come to me in my room, and we used to discuss, and he used to pour all his difficulties, the delays that are going on, the problems we were having. And there were, of course, when things were going very well, he used to be very happy and share his joy with us. So it was a sort of both ways. Okay, we used to be a sort of sounding board to him, and that was really something that I enjoyed, and also discussed a lot on the loads program and other details with him. And we were very happy to see the success of the program. I know one incident I must quote regarding his humility, his generosity of spirit. I mentioned it earlier. we were working with Alenia in Italy on the design of the carbon fiber wing. And one of my colleagues from HAL was responsible for the design part. After we gave him all the loads, he had gone to Alenia to do his design and optimization. I think something went wrong there, and the results were not correct, and he came back. But there was a lot of pressure to release the drawing because the carbon fiber wing skins were to be fabricated in Alenia, and there was a deadline. And I think because of that, he lost a lot of time in because something went wrong in the this one. I don't know what happened between him and Dr. Raju. One day, this gentleman from HAL came to my room and he literally cried and said, he felt was feeling very bad that that he had not succeeded. There was something went wrong. So I sort of consoled him. And when Dr. Raju came next time, I told him that this happened. Dr. Raju immediately said, "You come with me." So we went together to that gentleman's room. We sat there, and Dr. Raju spent time trying to console him, explain to him what was the reason, whatever was said, and how important the work is. And very soon, the gentleman was so happy to come back into the team, and then he completed work in no time. That really shows the humility of the person, his generosity of spirit, a completely different. And so many projects of Dr. Raju like this, which you get to know him, you see that. And we also, both my wife, Sarla, she's here with me, and myself, became very close to his family. His wife, Mrs. Kamalamma, his sister, Rukmini, was my wife's classmate, and we have visited them in his house, his daughter, Nagalakshmi, and others. We spent time with them. It was indeed a very, very fruitful association, which we really, all of us, both my wife Sarla and I, cherish a lot, and we hope that it will continue in the same spirit in the years to come. So I conclude my talk by praying for his soul and praying that his memory will live with us for many more years, for all the good work he did for not only for National Aerospace Laboratory, but also for the area of aeronautics in the country as a whole, whether it is ADA or NAL or DRDO, ISRO. He made a lot of useful contributions, and I'm sure it will remain with us for a long time to come. And I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Raghu Prakash, who was a colleague at SID and currently at IIT Madras, to speak about Dr. Raju, please.
Good afternoon. This is not one of the occasions where one would like to be in on a normal day. I remember Dr. K.N. Raju as what has been told by many others as a very friendly person. Some of the highlights that I wanted to say was he served as a conference general secretary for ICF 6 that was held in the first week of December. And in fact, it probably was one of the turbulent times that the country was going through, given the fact that there was this Union Carbide accident just a few days before that, and a month before that there was the loss of the Prime Minister of India at that time. So he must have experienced a lot of pressure while organizing such a conference. And in some sense, I would say that he was like an unsung hero of that conference. And the second thing that I recall is that he had excellent hand sketches. In fact, some of the sketches that he has made in the lecture notes of 1979 are still being used by some of us in the academia to teach this fracture mechanics course to the students. Of course, he is a walking scientist in NAL. He became a walking scientist with a stick, so which means he also had a carrot along with the stick. And the other incidents that I recall is that probably his group was the one which got the first CSIR Technology Award. I may be wrong in some sense of whether it was the first award or something like that, but I thought it was the group that fetched the CSIR Technology Award. My close interaction with him was with the Boeing project, where two projects were sanctioned to NAL, and I was working in the lug damage tolerance project. And we were behind the schedule by more than a year or so on a 30-month project. And he gave me all the support and then the freedom to execute this at various centers across the country and get it completed in time. And of course, he has a usual joke. Sometimes he used to say, "You promised me a lion, but you are giving me a pussy cat." And he had a remarkable memory about people. Way back in 2008, almost about 10 years after I had left NAL, he met me once on the railway station, Bangalore railway station platform, when we were both traveling in different coaches of the Shatabdi Express between Mysore and Bangalore. And I could see that somebody was poking me with this stick. And when I turned back, it was him. So I realized that to recognize somebody after 10 years from behind is not an easy task. So these are all the excellent qualities about Dr. K. Raju. And one bad habit, probably I must say, that I inculcated from him is to pile up papers on my desk. And but the good thing about it is, just like him, to some extent, I would be able to track all those papers. The one which is the most conspicuous, I'll be able to pick it out. So with this, I offer my prayers and may his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Sundar, sir.
Yeah, I hope I can be heard this time.
Oh, yes, sir.
This time, lucky. Well, so much has been said about Dr. Raju. I would just like to add something that I'm sure that he would be proud about, and that is that I have remained very loyal to the subject that I started work with under his guidance after joining NA. After finishing my PhD in fatigue and fracture, I think he was the one who probably convinced me that that's the field with which you can stick for a lifetime. So I'm really grateful for the association that I had with him. I always found him to be a walking encyclopedia on the subject. And he had this knack, which I seldom, would forget. That is, he never wrote even one line of computer code, I think. But if there was any bug in any software, he would be the first to pick it out. With his understanding of the subject, his understanding of what the answer should be, he had this uncanny knack of pointing out where even an algorithm could go wrong. And that is really, truly amazing. And it reflects on and the knowledge of a person in a subject, which really was something that he had picked up, because after all, he graduated as a civil engineer. So I have the most pleasant memories of having worked with Dr. Raju. I believe they have benefited me. They have inspired my interest in the subject. And I believe that's a good way of exhibiting a professional loyalty to somebody you respect so much. Thank you, Dr. Manjunath.
May I request Dr. Murkavi, former head of CSIR 4PI, to speak a few words.
Thank you for this occasion. My interactions actually were very pleasant. I had just joined in 1992 as a scientist C, and he used to be the acting director whenever Professor Narasimha used to be on tour. And that was the time when we had to send a response to one of the global tenders for a wake vortex project. And Professor Narasimha had actually asked me to prepare that proposal. It, of course, was not in his domain. And an important criteria was to make sure you win the contract by not overquoting. Because it was the very first time we were trying to find out how much we were worth. And Professor Narasimha had put an ultimate amount of 12,000 pounds. And he had sent an email to that effect. And I had in my thing thought, it's too small, and made it 17,500 pounds. So I was sitting in director's office. Actually, Raju was the acting director because he had to sign the paper. So he didn't go about trying to ask me where is the proof, this and that. None of those things. Like he asked me, look, he said Professor Narasimha is the director and he's saying 12,000 pounds, but he wrote 17,500 pounds. So it was very critical also that we had to win the contract. And it was very interesting that then Professor Narasimha had written 2 months. So I said, no, he had written 2 months for 12,000, so I'm putting 3 months, 17,500. He said, whatever you say, he signed it. Okay. And of course, we won the contract and all that. And after that, I used to interact with him quite often. He used to, every time he used to meet me and ask me, Utkavi, how are your vortices doing? And like, this is his favorite question to me all the time. And then later, he was also very witty and never worried about who he was talking to. Rank never mattered to him. He was already a director's position and then I was just a scientist C. And that didn't bother him at all to speak to me. And there were many other occasions when I used to meet him. After he underwent his surgery, of course, he had to carry the stick. I think, that's and one day I met him at the NAL gate and asked him, like, Dr. Raju, so you're carrying a stick, do you intend to beat up any scientist? So I also used to talk to him very, very freely, and he was very jovial. He said, no, I had to protect myself from CTFT scientists, extremely witty. Because CTFT was known for, very turbulent weather in those days. And even after he was in CCAT and I was in Beirut campus and very often met him. And he used to be, rather weak at that point in time. And still he'll call me. He said, look, I can't speak louder, but tell me how are the vortices doing. Okay, right. So one of his very, very friendly, extremely friendly. And he has left a lasting memory as a good old friend. I have never known any director who became so close in such a short time, almost like a friend, because our domains were completely different. My deepest condolences to the family, and the memories of him as a jovial person, very humble person, will remain forever, apart from all the outstanding contributions that he has done to NAL and the country and internationally. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
My first interaction or exposure to Dr. Raju is when, as a student, I attended his fractional mechanics course. Subsequently, my interaction with Dr. Raju is during the time when Dr. Parida was the head of SIT and we were doing all the early composite testing of SIT. And Dr. Raju used to visit in those days the laboratory during our peak time, and I used to interact with him during that time. Dr. Sundar, Dr. Abdul, they were all working in that point. I would like to bring one of the very important contributions that Dr. Raju gave it to us as a solution. When we had decided to design the LCS wing and the mechanic parts in safe life, there was a continued worry with regards to if there is a crack that happens to escape for any reason or any leak on the structure gets unnoticed and creates a problem. So Dr. Raju's solution was excellent, and he combined what we normally call as the damage tolerance design and told us at least for the load bearing main load bar member, that is the wing root fitting lug joints, to be tested for 2 lives with a crack present. We did that analysis, and one of the pictures you see in the booklet is that lug. That was the analysis that Raju told us that will give us the confidence to go with the wing root fitting loading, and it will sustain the design life of the wing root fitting. And this was a very important decision for us today, because while we have gone ahead with the safe life design, we have built in such an amount of damage tolerance to our structure, ensuring the safety of AC. And that decision was, and the guidance was done. And that certainly brings out the knowledge that we had, and as everyone has said, the open encyclopedia of fractional technique. On the other side, Dr. Raju is very, very. We used to walk into everybody's table, as every one of you has mentioned. One important thing that he used to do at 10:30 in the morning when he visits our national team, I was sitting next to Dr. Mangiri, and he would address Dr. Mangiri as Mangiri and go and pull his leg and talk about various other things. That's the way he kept his junior officers very close to him, and we all cherish the time we have discussed with him, we have spent with him. And with that, the prayers to be so. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Mangalgiri.
Good afternoon, and I had a quite a long period of interaction with Dr. Raju. In fact, I was quite fortunate to have his guidance even during my PhD days. It so happened that Dr. Raju had registered as external registered assistant for PhD, and he was doing that one semester at residential requirement or course requirement at IISc, and at the same time, student there as PhD student. So I had the benefit of a number of interactions with him, and I learned a lot about fatigue fracture and other things. Of course, his contributions have been manifold in many areas, but for people like us who have worked on fatigue fracture, damage tolerance, and related issues, he was like a guru. I think many of the people in this community in India have learned a lot because of his efforts and whatever he has taught, he has given instructions and things like that. In fact, I remember he had taken initiative in formulating a course for industry on fatigue fracture and other things, and for some time I happened to be part of the team, and the kind of notes he made for those courses were excellent notes. Even today, actually, those notes are being used by many people. In fact, certainly I do use it. I think Raghu Prakash also mentioned some of those things. So we do use it, do those notes even today. Later on, of course, the major interaction in terms of LCA when I joined ADA, it so happened that in the beginning, a lot of technology development programs Dr. Raju had initiated along with people in ADA, major programs, major projects of technology development in terms of starting the ACTDP, the Advanced Composite Technology Development Program, and fatigue and fracture facility to create. You had correctly envisaged that there will be a need for a lot of this testing and setting up those facilities, and of course later yes, later in the composite wing team, had the good fortune to be part of that wing team, and whatever we have learned about spectrum generation and fatigue and design of aircraft for fatigue, damage tolerance, and all that, thanks to Dr. Raju. He has made excellent. He guided us excellently there, and of course the results are there for everybody to see about successful wing program. Of course, he had a great knack of carrying people with him for any kind of even controversial subjects or disputes or anything like that. I remember two occasions. First one is right in the beginning of the wing program itself. I think Dr. Kotna will also remember between HAL and ADA, and there was a big issue about how much time frame should be there for making the wing, and HAL had a long time frame, like something like 72 months. And Dr. Raju was the kind of chairman for the committee to discuss those issues. And he was successful in convincing all the people concerned and reduced to something like 48 or 56 months. And that is how actually that wing program came about. And also the second issue I remember is the negotiation of the discussions with Alinea when the wing skin supplied by them became defective. Of course, everybody knows Dr. Raju's analogy of not buying a shirt with a torn with a tear in it. So that really convinced Alinea, I think. So he had really a knack of getting along with people and carrying them with you, so that you could successfully implement these kind of major programs. So we certainly miss his guidance, but his contributions are there for all of us to see and emulate. and I do pray to the God to make his soul rest in peace, and may God give us strength actually to live without him, but his memories will always be there with us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Baumit, our advisor, M&DA, please.
My introduction to Dr. Raju was when I joined in 1992. We did not work that time in a similar field. I am a metallurgist, he was a structural engineer. When I joined, I was given a task to do some literature review and submit a report within 6 months. And those days, resources was NAR library, and very frequently we used to go to ISC library to use the resources. The one person was common there, Dr. Raju. He was voracious reader. And my friendship with him, I would say friendship started with him, even though he was a very senior scientist from those days, 1992. Later on, there was a very peculiar problem that arose while the Saras manufacturing was done. The wing skin, it had a lot of deflection of the machining. So the machining was done little quickly. I think it was around 20 to 25 degree deflection. To my surprise, I found that time is that being a structural engineer, the kind of knowledge he had about materials was phenomenal. And probably that's why he was a very good fracture mechanics. It's not only composite, even in the metallic materials. He caught me one day and said, Robbie, you'll have to correct it. I, being a metallurgical engineer, and not involved in aeronautical programs, in aircraft programs, I was little shaky. He said, what do you want? You will have to make it all right. And how? By creep formula. It came from him, not from me. He said, what do you want from me? You know what is to be done. No, I want the parameters. That's why I called it. And then 1 week or something gone, then he caught me again. Let's go to the library and study together. He felt probably I am not giving enough time. And that was the kind of commitment he had. And I'm very happy to see that photograph is here. It was corrected, and it was a great relief for any of those days, because we are running short of time for publication of the paper. He was a fantastic person. His jokes were just out of the world, and it will come from nowhere. And even if you are very sad, it will make you so happy at this moment. You forget everything. He was a nice person to work with. He did not have any barrier to work with anybody whatsoever. Whether a scientist, whether a technician, it doesn't matter. He was a grassroots person till the date he retired from NAR and beyond. I think it is a great loss for us, and we will always cherish the kind of contributions and the motivation he brought in young scientists these days. I would like to see one more structural engineer these days with that kind of materials knowledge. I think we are missing. We should follow his work, and we will do much better in designing aircraft. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, before I ask their family to speak, I have one more Dr. K.K. Brahma, who has joined us online. He was his colleague at SID for quite some time. May I request Kishore Kumar Brahma, please?
Thank you. Good evening to all. And the association with Raju started in way back 1981.
Please put on the video.
So my association with Raju started in way back 1981 when I was doing postgraduate ME in Institute of Science in Aeronautical Engineering. And that time we were supposed to do internship, 1 month internship in first year and 1 more month in second year. So first year I went and I was given the full-scale fatigue test to work on. And I can see that he was a motivator for me to get into this area of fatigue and damage tolerance. And I used to take 2 months training in first year and 2 years. And fortunately, unfortunately, the problem statement defined for my ME project and PhD work was by him, but he never agreed to become an official guide. He always happy to guide me as and when required, but he never became an official guide apart from the Guru. And So once I joined in NL in 1988 in October, so I was given the task of full skill fatigue test, which was lying for 10 years from LDV project. And I think he had reports faith in me that I could do as a Brahma, as a creator. So thank God it was a first maiden test was done. And that's what Dr. Raghu Prakash was telling, the first technology award was given to the team who was involved. And not only the maiden test was done, and also the failure that was observed during test was able to correlate with the service failure. Anyway, so, but Professor Dattaguru used to introduce me to the other colleague as a so he's a full skill fatigue test man. But I know, basically, I know only TIPA guys about than that. And after I left NL in 2002, after 6 years, again, I had the opportunity to interact with him in HTVT of the full PELSET life prediction for HTVT attachment of Saros. And as usual, he's so friendly and he used to call me and for discussion because we are the supplier to the NL. I was working in the private company. So, so he used to draw the in front of me everything and explain to me. And so, nevertheless, whatever I am in this area is probably Dr. Raju, for whom I'm intimated to. Right now, I'm good able to survive with this domain, and what I've got is whatever I had associated with it. So with this, I conclude my.
Thank you, Dr. Brahma.
Thank you.
Now, on behalf of their family, may I request Dr. Suresh Raju, now who is in USA, and he's also online. May I request you to speak, please?
You hear me?
Yes, yes.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Dear Director Jadhav, esteemed colleagues and friends of our late father, on behalf of our family, I would like to thank each one of you for your kind words in celebration of his life and achievements. We greatly appreciate NAL for organizing this tribute in honor of our late father, and thank the Director Jadhav for personally extending the invitation to our family. I would not be wrong in saying that for our father, Dr. K.N. Raju, NAL was a home away from home. Some of the enduring memories of our father include the importance he placed on hard work, getting things done the right way, and more often than not, that had to be the least expensive way. And his patience and passion for teaching, and of course, as many of you mentioned, his endearing nature, to name a few. He inspired not only many of you, but also me to pursue solid mechanics and the teaching profession. One of the most important things he ever emphasized was the importance of seeing things through the students' perspectives. And his reasoning was that this not only enables us to help them better, but more importantly, it increases our own depth of understanding. He cherished the time he spent with his friends and colleagues on his various projects, programs, and scientific endeavors. With that being said, once again, on behalf of the family, I would like to thank NAL, former colleagues and friends for sharing your thoughts and experiences in celebration of our father's life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Mrs. Lakshmi, his daughter, to speak a few words, please?
Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank for forwarding and arranging for Dr. Raju's my father tribute. I thank Mr. Jitendra Jadhav, I thank one and all his friends, his colleagues for over the years. And Dr. Raju's NL was a second home, like my brother said, it's a home away from home. That is very true. And his contributions to the scientific field is impeccable. He was a man of his word and taught us all the work ethics of highest order. On behalf of our family, we would like to thank NAIL, one and all, the support shown to Dr. Raju through his day here at NAIL. It's so overwhelming here, bringing back our childhood memory that we used to as children, we used to all visit here at NAIL for all the Independence Day, Republic Day, for all small competitions for children, for all the staff here. It's very overwhelming. That lasts long, very long. It's passion and hard work. That's what he carried on to. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, may I request our director, Shri Jitendra Jadhav?
You want to, sir?
No. Please.
Yeah. Actually, when I joined director, I wanted to meet Dr. Raju, but somehow I feel guilty that I could not meet such a great personality. And whenever I was in ADA, I used to hear from all my colleagues about his contribution onto the LCA wing, which was very tough. That time there was a lot of what you call technology denial and sanctions and all that thing. And with that thing, he has made a LCA wing a very success story. You believe, madam, even though after we are in production, people are struggling to make that wing. That is the way, and he has done it at a long time. I was talking to my colleagues about this fatigue test facility also, how the person can do it at that time when there were no softwares, no packages and all that thing, and making such a facility with a great passion. It only shows that the commitment and passion one person can have, because today also if you give it to a new civil engineers, it will be very difficult for them with all advanced technologies and packages and all to in fact of thinking how to make such a facility. So such a great contribution has been done by Dr. Raju, and I always say Mrs. Kalama Raju, Mrs. Lakshmi Raju, Dr. Suresh Raju, and Krishna Swami Raju and all his grandchildren, thank you very much for coming over here and spending a time with us. And I assure that NL will stand with you and your family always. Okay. And pray God for resting his soul in peace and also give you people all the strength. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, on behalf of the Director CSR NAL and all my colleagues at Structural Integrity Division, I'd like to thank everyone who joined this program. It was a very short notice, but happy to see that most of them whom we invited have joined. That itself shows how popular the director was. We at Structural Integrity Division would definitely promise to continue on the footsteps what he has provided and try our best to bring Lawrence to the area of fatigue and fracture mechanics at NAL. I also like to thank his colleagues and friends who provided a lot of information to prepare this booklet. In specific, I'd like to thank Dr. Kota Harinarayan, Professor Dattaguru, Dr. Sundar, and many of the other people, many of his colleagues for sharing their thoughts and giving some write-up for preparing this book. I'd like to thank all the support provided by all NIL divisions in successfully conducting this function. I once again thank you all.